And welcome back to Hannity. Now, if there was any uncertainty about just how bad things are looking for President Obama, we have two brand new polls confirming the worst, and it's showing that the president's disapproval rating has now hit an all-time high. Look at the NBC Wall Street Journal survey. Just 43% of Americans approve of the way that he's handling his job as president, but yet a whopping 54% disapprove. Meanwhile, in a Quinnipiac University poll, the numbers are even worse. Only 38% of voters now approve of his job performance. 57% say they are not happy. So what exactly is behind these terrible numbers? Here to explain it all, as they say in TV, with his whiteboard, Fox News contributor, the architect, Carl Rove. How are you, sir?
Fabulous.
Good to see you, my friend.
Thanks for having me on the set.
Well, you're in New York. We like having
tree,
you. Well, you have the Christmas tree. I know.
Holiday spirit imbibed.
You like
the
that?
Staff is drinking.
We stole that from the Five.
The staff is drinking eggnog. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's spiked too.
There we go.
All right, so 38%, 43%, but he's now creeping into the 30s in a lot of polls. What does it mean?
Well, first of all, you had the Wall Street Journal numbers. Those were interesting because if you take a look at the internals on that, 60% of the people said that their opinion about the president was being formed by Obamacare. And in the Wall Street Journal poll, 50% said the Obamacare is a bad idea. 47% felt strongly about it. On the other hand, 27% felt strongly it was a good idea, only 34% total. So you've got this dynamic as Obamacare plays out, it's driving his numbers down. The Quinnipiac, what was interesting to me was looking at the internals on it. If you look at it, overall in just 2 months, from September to December, the president's overall approval dropped 7 points and his disapproval grew 8. And among the groups that were roughly that kind of trend line were independents, millennials, 18 to 29, and women. And that sort of follows with what the Gallup says. Mm-hmm. If you look at Gallup from January to December, among all Americans, there's been a 13-point decline.
See if we can pan in on this a little bit, get a little closer to that.
Yeah,
we got to get you a bigger whiteboard. Bowling has a bigger whiteboard than
Yeah, well, you know what? It's not the size of the whiteboard.
Yeah, if we can come in a little closer, guys. All right, there we go.
Among all voters, a 13-point decline. But interestingly enough, among Hispanics, an 18-point decline. Among millennials, a 14% decline. Among women, a 13%. Among independents, 13%. And among college graduates, 12%.
Now, there was another poll that came out. It was down with Hispanics, 24%. Millennials,
right.
There was the one poll that showed they want to remove him from office.
That was from Harvard, from the Institute of Politics.
All right, and then you had another poll with women showing that he lost, especially blue-collar, hardworking women in this country are not happy about. Right. Now, doesn't the problem get worse because every day, every week, every month, another cancellation letter, the realization of rate shock, maybe the deductible realization kicks in or you lose your doctor. It's going to get worse every day, every week, every month.
Well, I think it is going to get worse. I don't know if it's a straight line, but I do think this is going to weigh down the electorate in a way that is going to remind us of 2010. The only difference is in 2010, the bill was passed in March and big ceremony in April, and the election was in November. We are now sitting here 11 months before the election. But, yeah, there's a bunch of bad news yet to ripple through the system, and people are having things happen to them that they did not anticipate. I had a friend in Austin. She's 34 years old. Her premiums are going from just over $100 a month to $400 a month, and her deductible is going from $2,000 to $3,000. Now, I'm not certain she's a Republican, but my suspicion is from listening to her, she's not going to be voting Democrat in 2014.
But the promises were clear. Keep your doctor, keep your plan, if you like your plan. Also, annual per savings, per family, $2,500 a year. All right, let's look forward to 2014. You've got these red state Senate Democrats, Mary Landrieu, you got Arkansas, you got North Carolina, you got Alaska. Well, we have 6 of these states.
Well, there's seven Democratic seats that are up in red states that were won by Mitt Romney. West Virginia, South Dakota, and Montana, the Democrat incumbent has pulled the ripcord. In Alaska, Arkansas, Louisiana, and North Carolina, the incumbent is trying to get away from their vote for Obamacare. Mary Landrieu and Kay Hagan, Louisiana and North Carolina, Mark Pryor and Mark Begich in Alaska. And it's going to be very difficult. I'm talking about this tomorrow on my Wall Street Journal column. But the other interesting thing is, remember this.